Have you ever seen an act of kindness so pure it just melts your heart? Today, we're diving into a story that does just that. Starring a furry hero with a heart of gold, this isn't just any story. It is a real-life tale about a dog named Buster and the day he taught an entire neighborhood the true meaning of generosity. Buster was a handsome golden retriever, known for his sunny disposition, and his absolute favorite thing in the world, a giant, juicy bone he got from the local butcher every Saturday. This bone was his treasure. He'd spend hours gnawing on it, hiding it in a secret spot under the old oak tree, and guarding it like a dragon guards its hoard. To Buster, this bone was everything. One sunny Saturday afternoon, Buster was proudly trotting home, his prized bone held high. He couldn't wait to get to his favorite spot in the backyard. But as he rounded the corner onto his street, he saw something unusual. A small, scruffy terrier was huddled near a bush, looking thin and a little lost. The terrier, whom we later learned was named Pip, was watching Buster with wide, hungry eyes fixed on that magnificent bone. Now, most dogs would have growled or hurried past, protecting their treasure. And for a moment, Buster did hesitate. He clutched his bone a little tighter. This was his asterisk bone, after all. He'd waited all week for it. He took a few steps towards his yard, but then he stopped. He looked back at Pip, who shivered slightly, even in the warm sun. Pip didn't move or bark. He just watched, looking defeated. Something shifted in Buster's big, doggy heart. He saw not a rival, but a creature in need. He slowly turned around and walked right up to the little terrier. Pip flinched, expecting a bark or a snap. But that's not what happened. Instead, Buster gently placed his giant, delicious, once-in-a-week bone on the ground, right in front of Pip. He nudged it forward with his nose, as if to say, "Go on, this is for you." Then he took a step back and sat down, patiently watching. Pip was stunned. He sniffed the bone, then looked at Buster, then back at the bone. It was almost too good to be true. Tentatively, he took a small nibble. Buster just wagged his tail, a soft, slow rhythm that communicated nothing but kindness. Seeing he was safe, Pip began to eat, his whole body relaxing with every bite. Buster's owner, who had been watching this whole scene unfold from the window, was absolutely speechless. He'd seen Buster be friendly, but this was a level of empathy and generosity he had never witnessed in an animal before. He quietly came outside, not wanting to disturb the moment. The neighbors started to notice. Two people walking by stopped in their tracks, mesmerized by the sight of the big, beloved neighborhood dog sharing his most prized possession with a hungry stranger. A small crowd gathered, speaking in hushed, amazed tones. It was a silent, powerful lesson playing out right there on the sidewalk. Buster didn't just share, he stayed. He lay down a few feet away, keeping Pip company while he ate his fill. It was as if he understood that companionship was just as important as the food itself. He was offering not just a meal, but comfort and safety. After Pip had eaten enough, he looked up at Buster and gave a little lick on his nose, a clear gesture of gratitude. Soon after, Pip's worried owner, who had been searching for him for hours, came running down the street, calling his name. The reunion was joyful, and upon hearing the story of what Buster had done, Pip's owner was moved to tears. The story of Buster and his bones spread like wildfire. He became more than just a friendly dog. He became a local legend, a symbol of selfless giving. People would bring him extra treats, but what really mattered was the change in the atmosphere of the neighborhood. Inspired by Buster, people started being a little kinder to each other. Neighbors who had only ever exchanged quick nuts started having real conversations. A community free pantry was set up near where Buster shared his bone. Small acts of kindness began popping up everywhere, all sparked by one dog's simple, profound decision. Buster's story reminds us that kindness isn't complicated. It doesn't require grand gestures or a lot of money. Sometimes it's as simple as sharing what you have, even if it's your most prized possession, with someone who needs it more. It's about seeing another's need and choosing empathy over. We often think of animals as being driven purely by instinct, but Buster showed that they are capable of deep emotional intelligence. He showed us that the capacity to love, to share, and to care for one another is a universal language spoken by all living beings. So, what can we learn from this kind-hearted dog? We can learn that generosity creates ripples we might never see. A single act can inspire a dozen more. It reminds us to look around, to notice the Pips in our own lives who might be in need of a little help, a little comfort, or just a sign that someone cares. The next time you have a little extra, whether it's time, a helping hand, or yes, even your favorite snack, think of Buster. Think about the joy and connection that comes not from keeping something for yourself, but from the incredible feeling of sharing it. What an incredible story, right? It really makes you think. Have you ever witnessed an amazing act of kindness from an animal? Share your stories in the comments below. I would absolutely love to read them. Let's fill the comments with positivity and celebrate the good in the world. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more inspiring content just like this. Every follow helps us spread these beautiful messages. Until next time, remember to be the Buster in someone's world. Take care.